The 2005 United States 5-cent coin, more commonly referred to as a nickel, is part of a historic and transitional phase in modern American coinage, known as the Westward Journey nickel series, a short but significant series issued between 2004 and 2006. The series was launched by the United States Mint to commemorate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition, 1804 to 1806, an epic journey authorized by President Thomas Jefferson to explore the vast, newly acquired Louisiana territory and to find a water route to the Pacific Ocean. The coin in question, minted in 2005 at the Denver Mint, denoted by the D Mint mark, exists in two reverse varieties, the American Bison design and the Ocean in View design. Both designs serve as cultural and historical tributes to the physical and symbolic landscapes that the Lewis and Clark expedition encountered during their perilous westward journey. Starting with the obverse front of the coin, this 2005 nickel features a new portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by artist Joe Fitzgerald, marking a notable departure from a previous left-facing profile by sculptor Felix Schlag, which had been in use since 1938. Fitzgerald's design shows a right-facing close-up view of Jefferson's face with direct eye contact, an artistic decision meant to convey intimacy and renewed interest in Jefferson's contributions to the nation's development. The word liberty appears to the right of Jefferson in a stylized cursive script based on Jefferson's own handwriting from the Declaration of Independence, adding both authenticity and symbolism. Below are the year of mintage, 2005, and the mint mark D for Denver. The national motto, "In God We Trust," arcs along the left edge of the coin, remaining consistent with the religious and cultural traditions reflected in American numismatics. Together, these elements on the obverse create a fresh yet respectful reinterpretation of Jefferson's legacy as a founding father, writer, philosopher, and third president of the United States. The reverse of the 2005 D nickel features one of two distinct designs, each capturing a pivotal theme of the Lewis and Clark expedition. One version shows the American Bison, designed by Jamie Franke, and depict a profile of a majestic buffalo standing on a grassy plain. This image is a powerful nod to the vast wildlife of the American plains and the vital role the buffalo played in Native American culture and the ecosystem during the early 19th century. The design also recalls the reverse of the famous buffalo nickel, 1913 to 1938, invoking a sense of nostalgia and historical continuity. At the top of the coin is the inscription, United States of America, and beneath it, in smaller font, the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, which means out of many one, symbolizing the unity of the states. At the bottom appears the coin's denomination, 5 cents. The second reverse design for 2005 is known as Ocean in View. Oh, the joy! Taken from the journal entry of William Clark when the expedition finally reached the Pacific Ocean. Also designed by Joe Fitzgerald, this version depicts a breathtaking view of the rugged Pacific coast, complete with crashing waves and tall cliffs. This moment symbolized the success of the expedition and the literal reaching of America's western frontier. The commemorative inscription, a direct quotation from Clark, is artistically rendered to give the impression of awe and fulfillment. Like the bison design, it is bordered with United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 5 cents. Both reverse designs evoke the sense of discovery, progress, and the natural majesty of unexplored lands. From a production standpoint, the 2005 D nickels were struck in large numbers, making them quite common in circulation today. Over 487 million bison nickels and over 411 million Ocean in View nickels were struck at the Denver Mint alone. The coins are made from the standard nickel composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a diameter of 21.21 millimeters and a weight of 5 grams. Despite their high mintage and common presence in pocket change, high-grade examples, particularly those in Mint State 66 or above, or those featuring full steps on Monticello and other Jefferson nickel designs, can fetch premium prices among collectors. Additionally, error coins from this year, such as those with off-center strikes, die cracks, or double dies, are also of significant numismatic interest. In terms of symbolism, these 2005 nickels mark a transformation in American coin design. They are not only tools of commerce, but also small monuments to national identity, exploration, and artistry. By featuring new and bold imagery that deviated from decades of traditional coin design, the U.S. Mint demonstrated a willingness to innovate while honoring history. The Westward Journey nickel series paved the way for the permanent redesign of the nickel's obverse in 2006, again featuring a forward-facing Jefferson portrait, but with a return of the Monticello building on the reverse. The 2005 D nickel thus represents a unique moment of intersection between old and new, a bridge between the past glories of America's frontier spirit and the evolving creativity of modern coinage. In conclusion, the 2005 D 5-cent coin is more than just pocket change. It is a finely crafted tribute to one of the most important exploratory missions in American history. With its fresh portrayal of Thomas Jefferson and two powerful reverse designs capturing the spirit of the American frontier, it stands as both an educational tool and a collectible artifact. Whether kept in a coin album or passed through countless hands in daily transactions, the 2005 D nickel silently tells a story of courage, curiosity, and a young nation's push toward a horizon next top. The 2004 P. Lewis and Clark 5 cents nickel is part of a transformative chapter in the history of American coinage and commemoration. Issued by the United States Mint as the first release in the Westward Journey nickel series, this nickel celebrates the bicentennial of the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark Expedition, one of the most significant exploratory missions in early American history. On the obverse front of the coin is the portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, who authorized the expedition of Meriwether Lewis and William Clark following the Louisiana Purchase of 1803. The obverse design, originally created by Felix Schlag in 1938, remains in place but was slightly modified for this series, adding more detail and character to Jefferson's likeness. The inscription, "In God We Trust," appears to the left of the portrait, while the word "Liberty," for the first time in a cursive script modeled after Jefferson's own handwriting, is positioned to the right, with the year 2004 and the mint mark P, Philadelphia Mint, located just beneath. This shift to a handwritten liberty was symbolic, paying homage to Jefferson not only as a president, but as a man of the Enlightenment whose ideals shaped the nation's foundation. The reverse back of this coin features the piece metal design, crafted by U.S. Mint engraver Norman E. Namath, and was inspired by the actual silver piece metals that Jefferson had struck and given to Native American tribal leaders as tokens of friendship during westward exploration. The design shows two hands clasped in a handshake, a moment frozen in time, symbolizing peace and diplomatic intentions between the United States and Native American nations. One hand wears a military uniform sleeve representing the federal government, while the other is decorated with a tribal wristband, representing the Native American people. Above the hands are the words United States of America, while below are the inscriptions Louisiana Purchase in 1803, referring to the monumental land acquisition from France that doubled the size of the United States and opened the gateway to westward expansion. The bottom of the reverse bears the denomination 5 cents and the national motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. The coin's release marked the beginning of a 4-year journey in U.S. coinage that commemorated the exploration and achievements of Lewis and Clark as they ventured westward from the Mississippi River to the Pacific Ocean between 1804 and 1806. Their mission was not only to map the newly acquired territory, but also to seek routes, document flora and fauna, establish American presence, and build relationships with indigenous peoples. The use of the piece metal image on this coin emphasizes the expedition's diplomatic goals and reflects Jefferson's vision of peaceful American expansion. The coin is made from a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a diameter of 21.21 millimeters and a weight of 5 grams, consistent with modern nickels. While not rare due to a mintage in the hundreds of millions, the 2004 P nickel is prized by collectors for its historical importance and symbolic message. This coin played a crucial role in reviving public interest in U.S. history and coin collecting, especially among younger generations. It brought awareness to the values and challenges of the early 19th century, including complexity of Native American relations, the ambition of westward expansion, and the scientific curiosity that underpinned Jefferson's vision for America's growth. As a circulating commemorative, it stands out as a small but powerful tribute to the spirit of exploration and diplomacy that defined the Lewis and Clark expedition. Even in pocket change, This nickel reminds Americans of the vast lands and stories that have shaped the nation. Its thoughtful design, historical resonance, and deviation from long-standing numismatic tradition all contribute to making the 2004 P. Lewis and Clark Peace Medal nickel a uniquely meaningful piece in the fabric of American currency and heritage.